Good evening. I'm Michelle Wadikis, and I have the honor of being the Granite Falls High School principal. It is my pleasure to introduce graduate Jasmine Jordan to sing our national anthem. Please stand.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Jasmine. You may be seated. Parents, grandparents, relatives, friends, our city council and community members, welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening for this wonderful celebration. I'd like to introduce those with me on stage. Our school board members, Tom Eady, Carl Carey, Shanna Hoople, Robert Butler, Rick Short, our superintendent, Linda Hall, Crossroads principal, Bridget Perigue, assistant high school principal, Doug Plucker. A strong leader and a driven young lady, I am very proud of the Granite Falls High School class president, Heather Hershey, and welcome her to the podium.
Welcome to the Granite Falls High School class of 2014 graduation.
Ask everybody to sit.
Please be seated. This is it, guys. We made it. 12 years have brought us to this evening, and I want to start off by saying thank you on behalf of the class of 2014. Thank you to the school board for attending this evening's ceremony. I'd like to give a thank you to our very own superintendent, Linda Hall. Also, a warm thank you goes out to our principal, Ms. Wadikis. And on behalf of the class of 2014, thank you to the guy who has really helped us get to the most of our high school experience, Mr. Carpenter. These past 4 years are so memorable because of you. Thank you, teachers, faculty, parents, relatives, friends, and anyone who helped us get to this point of our journey. We would not have made it here without your help, love, and support. Now to my classmates. Together, we've spent 4 years. We've grown alongside each other, learning about ourselves and the people important to us. We forged unforgettable relationships, made lifelong memories, and have truly left a unique mark on Granite Falls High School. From creating roaring laughs in the audience as circus clowns, throwing cream pies at Battle of the Classes, to forgetting how to park the way civilized people should, our class not only tests the limits, but has a playful take on life. Most of us probably won't always remember the ending of Macbeth, how to solve a polynomial function, or the ranks of biological classification, but we will remember the impressions that teachers have made on us during high school. Mr. Howell has taught us everything is the same, just different. A seriously awesome bit of truth that's applicable to all aspects of life. From Mrs. Lund, we've learned how to say hello in many languages, from the Spanish hola to the Malagasy manawana. Mrs. Carpenter brought groovy back into everyday vocabulary, and Mrs. Riestad taught us otherwise dry vocabulary with the lyrics of Queen and clips of Wayne's World. When we got too talkative, Mr. Newman enjoyed reminding us to feel free to do math, and we already knew that Mr. Dinwiddie would finish a conversation with an outstanding. Mr. Guessman always found a way to drop obscure knowledge bombs, and Mrs. Sullivan never forgot to instruct us to take out our textbooks because beach girls always stick together. From these memories, there is a lesson. Academic knowledge can only take us so far in life, and GPA can only tell you so much about a person. We are defined by our experiences, and our experiences are shaping us into people who are changing the world, just as our teachers have done for us. Each of us will walk off this field today to make a difference in some way. Some of us are to become hard workers, some college students, and others will serve the country. Our personal capital will be increased only upon seeking out experiences that add worth to our lives. Things may not always seem like they are going our way, but eventually, everything will be chalked up to a memorable experience. No matter what you do, whatever challenges you face, remember that problems arise so that we can face them. We, the class of 2014, are fearless. We are in reckless pursuit of life. Live in a way that you are proud of. Make sure that what you are doing makes you happy. In 10 years, we will be telling stories about how we were lost in a European city or held up in a South American train station, not how we work 40 hours a week in a cubicle farm. The rest of our life is waiting for us as soon as we walk off this field. Let's get to it.
Our salutatorian and valedictorians can come to the podium, please. Our salutatorian, Cameron Curry.
On behalf of my class, I would like to thank parents, grandparents, siblings, friends, and community members, not only for being here today, but for being our biggest fans since the very beginning. As a class, we've made some incredible memories, and as individuals, we've been involved academically, athletically, and culturally. And most importantly, we've made mistakes. I'd like to acknowledge the benefits of failure before we walk across the stage and close a huge chapter of our lives. Failure is inevitable. If you live your life so carefully just to avoid failure, you haven't truly lived. Failures cannot be looked at just as detrimental incidents. You are human, and learning to overcome adversity will demonstrate strength and ambition. In the presence of failure, it may seem as if there's no way your life will improve. Like I said, we're all bound to feel this way at some point in our lives. Some of us may have experienced this feeling of ultimate defeat already, or are currently experiencing it. But look at us, we're here graduating. Graduating is a milestone. Behind this success is a mountain of failures that have brought us to this day. I have Mr. Guessman to thank for this quote by Winston Churchill that he wrote in my yearbook. It goes, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." The truth is, failures are just life trying to lead us in a new direction. It's impossible to succeed over and over and over again. At some point, we all need a new perspective, something that will change the way we think. Not all classes will result in an A. Not all jobs are meant to last forever, and not all friends are meant to stay. Our mistakes won't permanently define us as long as we can find a way to learn from them. In these low moments of our lives, we may seem like we're at our worst, or that we've let ourselves down. But once we can start moving again and accept this new direction our failure is pushing us in, we can realize that our failures have a purpose. So don't be afraid of life. Face failure head on and cease to fear it. Take risks, overcome adversity, and eventually we'll achieve our goals. Class of 2014, I'm so proud of you all for everything you've achieved these last 4 years and the obstacles you will conquer in the future. I wish you all the best of luck, and I hope you remember to celebrate your achievements and to embrace your mistakes. Thank you.
Valedictorian Riley Hansen.
All right, hello. Sunglasses are beginning to look like a good idea here. All right, good evening, friends, family, graduates, teachers, administrators, and community members. I hope that's everyone. I'm honored to be speaking here tonight, celebrating the graduating class of 2014. To start things off, I would like to take a moment to thank those who have come here today and those who are watching at home for showing your support for those you love. I would also like to thank all the teachers who have taught us valuable lessons about life and for helping us build a solid foundation to begin our successful lives. But the word success intrigues me. It seems society and its beliefs push everyone towards an idealistic way of life. That success can be clearly defined, that it's a college degree or wealth or fame. These are some paths to success, but many more exist. Man, this tassel, I tell you. For example, the novelist Robert Louis Stevenson wrote, "The man is a success who has lived well, laughed often, and loved much, who has gained the respect of intelligent men and the love of children, who has filled his niche and accomplished his task, who leaves the world better than he found it." Maybe this is your definition, or maybe it isn't. The important thing is that you find what you think it means to be successful. Don't settle with just good enough, but be confident and sure that what you're doing is all worthwhile. Be proud to put your name on your work, whatever form of work that may be, and you will be successful. Everyone here has the capacity to achieve greatness. We all need to find our passion for what we love to do, and for some, you already have. I'm going to college to pursue some type of degree in engineering. That is a very wide range of degrees, so I'm still searching, and most likely you are too. Keep looking, you'll find that passion soon enough. There's no need to rush life. It'll come no matter what, unfortunately. And I bet the adults out there can back me up on this one. And the next step for you may be going into the military to serve our country, or going straight into the workforce, or starting a family, or going to college, or traveling abroad, or even becoming the next big YouTuber. Whatever it is you end up choosing, keep in mind these three things, and success will come naturally. Trust yourself, work hard, and don't be afraid to fail. And with that, I leave you with this. High school is something you complete. Life is something you experience. Don't worry about the grades, or the results, or becoming successful. All that matters is that one thing. That thing that shoots a ball of energy down into your legs in the morning and makes you want to get up out of that amazingly comfortable bed and accomplish your goals for the day. But first, you have to find that thing. So search. Lastly, I'd like to add something that Mr. Gessman has been saying to my first period all this week. Get out of Granite and see something else. Thank you, thank you. You don't have to leave Granite forever. In fact, you can never do that because Granite is a part of us all now. And one does not simply leave it behind. Anyone get that reference? I hope so. But everyone needs to see and experience something other than this town. So let us celebrate our accomplishments and prepare for what's next. I wish you all the best. Congratulations, class of 2014. Thank you.
Valedictorian Akash Sethi.
Hey everyone, how are y'all doing on this fine evening? 4 years ago, we entered the high school gym confused, anxious, and perhaps fearful. Will we drown in piles of homework? Will we become trapped in all of the high school drama that we see on TV? Will the upperclassmen throw us headfirst into trash cans? All right, maybe not that last one, but transitioning from middle school to high school was certainly, for many of us, an almost unnerving experience. However, I still remember that orientation day with Link Crew 4 years ago. I still remember being not alienated, but welcomed by such awesome faculty, staff, and students doing everything they could to make us feel at home. I still remember seeing us freshmen running around the high school in fairy wings and diapers, and I still remember the moment where Link Crew made everyone turn to their neighbors, rub each other's shoulders, or pat someone on the back. Fellow seniors, I think that if there's any day where a pat on the back is due, today is it. Even though we might have come into high school 4 years ago with feelings of apprehension, today we leave with feelings of assurance, a sense of relaxation that comes with knowing what the near future holds for us, and confidence in our abilities to take on the challenges that life gives us. 4 years later, here we are ending our high school careers having achieved everything from writing books to building cars to performing in plays to running an awesome student store. And whether or not we came into high school knowing what we wanted to do or where our passions lie, today we leave with ambitious dreams, dreams that we're just that much closer to achieving. Today we look back at all of the memories we've shared, the friends we've made, and the things we've achieved before we finally step forward into the real world. And before we take that final step, I think that our faculty, staff, administrators, and community members deserve credit for everything that they've done to help us along the way. Thank you for all of the work you've done to create an environment conducive to learning, expanding, and succeeding. Thank you for helping us discover our passions, for motivating us to pursue our passions, and for helping us create the opportunities to do so. Thank you for inspiring us to continue a legacy of excellence and Tiger pride well beyond high school, and for teaching us that no matter what walk of life we come from, no matter how small of a town we might live in, no matter what we aspire to be, we are all capable of doing something amazing. Thank you all, and congratulations again, fellow seniors. I can't wait to see where our future pursuits take us.
Valedictorian from Crossroads, Allison Nelson.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Allie, and if you really knew me, you would know that I'm extremely honored to be up on this stage speaking tonight. But if you really, really knew me, you would know that one of my beliefs is that people are a lot like icebergs. Most of the time, we only show 10% of who we really are, and tonight I'm going to drop that waterline and be 100% real with you. This class entered kindergarten 13 years ago. Many of us did so right down the road at Mountain Way Elementary, because that was back in the day where only the big kids went to Monte Cristo. And I want to think back to our kindergarten graduation, or in my case, my fiesta with Mrs. Litz. We are all so proud of ourselves. We did it. A whole school year without mom and dad. We felt accomplished, and rightfully so. Graduating kindergarten was a big deal. So what did we do at our graduation or our fiesta? If you don't remember, I'll freshen your memory. We sang, we danced, and we were 100% alive. What an amazing feeling. Other than singing and dancing, what does it mean to be 100% alive? In my opinion, it means many things. Thanking people who have had an impact in your life, even if it is long overdue. Apologizing when you were in the wrong, even if it is uncomfortable. Laughing so hard that you pee your pants, even if you don't have a change of clothes. And last but not least, living up to your greatest potential, whatever that may look like for you. Being 100% alive is going to look different for each of us, which is what makes us wonderfully and beautifully unique. Some of you have chosen to go to college or technical school. Congratulations and good luck. Some of you have chosen to go straight to work after graduation. Well done on finding a job before most of us know where our careers will take us. Some of you are still thinking about what your next step is in life. Good job knowing yourself well enough to not rush into anything that might not be your first choice. And some of you have chosen to enlist in the military. Personally, I think that each of you should be recognized for doing such a high act of bravery and selflessness despite being so young. No matter what you do, it would be impossible to live 100% alive without being present. We have all been in the situation where we catch ourselves just going through the motions of life, not really paying attention to what's going on. That ends now. From here on out, every move we make is going to be intentional, no matter what it is. If you're going to school or work, do so with a positive attitude. If you're hanging out with a friend, put your phone down and forget about Facebook for a couple hours. Make that person feel like the most important person in the world. If you stop to smell the flowers, go into it thinking that those would be the best smelling flowers in the entire world. In order to live life to the fullest, we have to show up first. To do that, we must wake up every day thinking this is going to be the best day ever. Whatever path each of us might take, it would be wrong to do so without giving credit to some very important people. The first thanks goes out to our parents and family who have encouraged us to get to where we are today. You might wonder why your mom or dad has been blubbering over your graduation all day long, and I'm here to give you a little first-hand insight. When someone becomes a parent, they have the realization that the world no longer revolves around them, or that it never really did. In fact, their world seems to revolve around this perfect child. Everything they do is for the benefit of their children. So here's your answer. The reason our parents are embarrassing us by being emotional wrecks is because we have accomplished something so great that our lives will be forever changed for the better because of it. They are in awe of us. So if you haven't thanked them for being so emotionally distraught, you might consider it now that you know why. And don't forget, by thanking them, you are one step closer to living 100% alive. Next is our teachers, who have taught us more about life than anything else. Let's face it, a lot of the content we have learned throughout the years from our teachers will not stick with us for the rest of our lives, and some of it may not have even made it this far. However, we will remember the relationships that we have formed with them. For those of us who went to multi-age, we won't forget Mrs. Howell and Mr. Shireman encouraging us to take action and clean up the town park when we brought it to their attention. Not only did they encourage us, but they were right alongside us at the cleanup because our concerns mattered to them. In middle school, Mrs. Kettler would never shy away from holding us accountable, which are the moments that weren't so appreciated then, but are very appreciated now. Mrs. Barth was so passionate and energetic, something every student loves to see in his or her teachers. At the high school, Mrs. Gabriel could make anyone laugh by yelling songs in Spanish and make the whole school laugh when she made some of us sing with her on the football field during a fire drill. Mrs. Gabriel was an excellent example of what it looks like to live 100% alive. And at Crossroads, all of the staff end up feeling like your family. A big thanks also needs to go to everyone in this community. We are truly blessed to have grown up in such an amazing town. Believe it or not, the members of Granite Falls have shaped much of our character, and I think they've done a pretty good job. The Mountain Loop Express is always recording our successes, and the owners are constantly rooting us on. For those of you that play football, there's a man named Steve in the audience who knows you all by name and can tell anyone the highlights of your season. And I'd be willing to bet that most of you had no idea this man cared so much about your athletics. Every church in this community has been a blessing to us because they are also willing to help anyone in need. And the last thank you is owed to each other. We have been through so much together, the good and the bad, and together we have accomplished our goal of graduating high school. So my challenge to you, class of 2014, is to live
Don't be afraid to fail. I'm here to tell you that it will happen, and it probably will happen multiple times, and my lovely life will tell you that it probably happens to me every day. Everyone fails at something at some point, except Mrs. Sullivan, which she reminds me daily that she's perfect, and she is. The trick is to learn from your mistakes. Failure is what makes mistakes so rewarding. Challenge yourself to build on failure, because complacency in the path of least resistance will only lead to dead ends. Quick story. When I was 4 or 5 years old, I learned how to hang upside down by my knees. And I was showing off for my dad, hanging from the monkey bars in our backyard. And I very distinctly remember him asking me, "Oh, that's really cool, Cross. Now how are you going to get down?" And I thought about this for a second. And without really thinking much further, I just straightened my legs. And I abruptly fell straight on my head on a perfectly placed concrete pad, which probably explains a lot. I would like to invite each and every one of you to move back to Granite Falls, but first you need to know if and why you want to live in Granite Falls. You need to explore. Take a summer job in another state, study abroad, visit with friends who do the same. Live in a city, if only briefly, and spend a winter in a ski town. Hours spent playing Xbox or watching reality TV will not make you a better person. Backpacking through the mountains of Patagonia or biking down the coast of New Zealand will. Travel and start while you're priced out of proper lodging. An $8 hostel bed above a swamp in Honduras will make for better stories than a one-bedroom timeshare in Cancun, at least in your 20s. A country's culture cannot truly be experienced watching the Travel Channel or from the confines of a cruise trip. Entrench yourself in different cultures, eat strange food, and always have the curiosity to look around the next corner. If and when you move home, you'll have a plethora of experiences and be more able to give back to your community. I'd like to end with a quote from one of my heroes, Edward Abbey. One final paragraph of advice. Do not burn yourselves out. Be as I am, a reluctant enthusiast. Be a part-time crusader, a half-hearted fanatic. Save the other half of yourself and your lives for pleasure and adventure. It is not enough to fight for the land. It is even more important to enjoy it while you can, while it's still here. So get out there and hunt and fish and mess around with your friends and wander out yonder and explore the forests, climb the mountains, and bag the peaks. Run the rivers, breathe deep of that yet sweet and lucid air. Sit quietly for a while and contemplate the precious stillness, the loveliness, the mystery, and awesome spaces. Enjoy yourself. Keep your brain in your head and your head firmly attached to your body, the body active and alive, and I promise you this. I promise you this one sweet victory against our enemies. Over those desk-bound men and women with their hearts in safety deposit box and their eyes hypnotized by desk calculators. I promise you that we will outlive them all. When you leave here tonight or tomorrow morning, roll down your windows and turn up your anthem and head out of town knowing, at least for that moment, that you just might have it all figured out. Just make sure, please, to pick a timeless song, because my guess is Turn Up for What won't be your favorite song in 10 years. Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Either way, does it matter? Turn down for what, up for what? Like I said, that proves my point. So that about does it for me. It has been one of the joys of my life to be your class advisor, and I thank you very much. Good night, good luck, and please always know that you'll have a special place in my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class of 2014. Invite the band and Mr. Roy to play a little something something for us.
Thank you, Mr. Roy, for your years of service. To the class of 2014, my congratulations to each of you. Excellence is the result of caring more than others think wise, risking more than others think safe, dreaming more than others think practical, and expecting more than others think is possible. We care, be safe, fulfill your dreams, and expect more. Congratulations to all of you. At this time, I'd like to thank the elementary, middle school, Crossroads, and Granite Falls High School staffs for their continued support and contribution to the education of the students of our community. All staff that are present, please stand and be recognized at this time. I'm just going to have you read this, say Crossroads, and then I'll read it for you.
Linda Hall, Superintendent of the Granite Falls School District. I attest that this class has completed all of the Washington State requirements and Granite Falls School District requirements from Crossroads High School. The class of 2014 is ready to receive their diplomas.
Linda Hall, Superintendent of the Granite Falls School District. I attest that this class has completed all the Washington State requirements and all the Granite Falls School District requirements from Granite Falls High School. I present you the class of 2014. They're ready for their diploma.
As Superintendent of the Granite Falls School District, number 332 of the state of Washington, I officially accept these students to be the official class of 2014. They have done everything to earn their diplomas, which they will be getting tonight. I have got to know these kids for 3 short years, and there is one word that always comes to my mind when I think of them. It's the word determination. They are determined to keep our environment safe. They are determined to be responsible citizens of the United States of America, and they have a willingness to keep themselves and everybody else safe. You have the opportunity to prepare yourself for many things ahead. I wish you all the best of luck.
Corey Michelle Anderson. Julie Lynn Barkdal. Justine Elaine Bashir. Jasmine Laurel Bates. Damian Robert Bauman Sherman. Brittany Lee Biggerstaff. Mason Richard Bland. Michaela Gwynn Bogart. Logan Thomas Brown. Evan Craig Owen Butterfield. Bo Byron. Tyson Dane Campbell.
Stop for a second. We gotta keep.
Nicholas Cashman. Brianna Noel Severich. Danielle Elaine Crawford. Casey Cameron Cross. John Lee Crowley. Paige Nicole Curry. Mackenzie Jane Duncan. Nicholas Edwin Elvrum. Cody Mitchell Evans. Connor Murphy Everett. Taylor Craig Fahrenkrug. Aaron Lynn Fitzgerald. Aaron Robert Daniel Flagel. Kyle Dean Purcell. Benjamin Scott Gelke. Hannah Christine Gilliott. Caitlin May Goodman. Miranda Marie Grimm. Tyler Ray Groff. Riley Wesley Hansen. Jarek Hitchcock. Jacqueline Marie Hobbs. Riley Alexander Holsing. Araya Marie Hopkins. Courtney Marie Holst. Caitlin Marie Jones. Jasmine Robin Jordan. Nephi Brigham Judd. Robert George Cady. Chastine Rianne Key. Catherine Rose Kessler. Richard James Killian. Lucas Lee Paul Clevin. Riley David Larson. Daniel Marshall Lawless. Tanner Austin LeMay. Timothy Lee Lindell. Kaylee Danielle Lopez. Juan Pablo Lugo Hernandez. Courtney Elizabeth Manumtim. Kimberly Renee Martinez. Zachary Scott Maxfield. Desiree Lynn Mayer. Sabrina Nicole Miller. Joshua David Myers Dean. Ashley Ann Nason. Brooke Marie Nicholson.
And the picture. Smile.
Abigail May Nolan. Thomas Norton Putnam. Alicia Nicole Ogren. Emily Catherine Onderbeck. Kai Jacob Orthmeyer. Brian Ozog. Taylor Noel Peet. Devin Parker Angus Pierce. Trey Joseph Poplin. Michael Danner Pointer. Jennifer Torres. August James Oletsky Rennick. Colton Dane Robinson. Dylan Matthias Rodvik. JJ Andrew Roten. Zach Sari. Akash Sethi. Monroe Benjamin Schindelar. Matthew Reed Simonson. Zena Ray Smith. Joshua Michael Snell. Carl Conrad Spencer. Trinity Chanel St. Martin. Josh Jean Still. Catherine Alexandria Stone. Shelby Nicole Sturgeon. Hunter Riley Theriault. Andrew Edward Thomas. Katie Jean-Ann Tollefson. Jean Ellen Tollefson, sorry. Elena Kirsten Vanderhoff. Lorena Michelle Veragray.
I was waiting for somebody to do that. Congratulations.
Caitlin Christine Walton.
Congratulations. So this next.
Delaney Jean Watson. Amber Sky Webb. Evan Trigby West.
Best for last, right? Congratulations. Oh, that was.
Cameron Blake Willman. Madison Laurie Jean Wilson. Winter Danielle Workla. Tristan Page Wood. Jacob Richard Zay. Justin Earl Halverson. Monica Simbrova. V. Dom. Maya Tina Marie Engelke. Claudia Niet. Yuga Nakashima. Anita Vijetzi. Cameron Michelle Curry. Serena Josephine West. Marcella Margarita Espindola.
And last but not least, our class president, Heather Ann Hershey.
Hello, my name is Nicholas Russell, and I'm here. Thank you. I am honored to announce the class of 2014 Crossroads High School graduates. Please come forward to receive your diploma when I read your names. Rachel Jean Alcorn. Kyle Alverson. Leah Christine Amel. Kalia Maria Baker. Lauren Alicia Ballinger. Halima Vargas. Sierra Lynn Barker. Jesse Benteen. Kaylee Louise Bevan. Marshall Tucker Byron. Brooke Elizabeth Claxton. Christina Sherelle Cruz. Desiree Destiny Curtis. Dakota Dahl. Liberty Davis. Raymond Dawson. Ready? Tyler Dillard. Kirsten Eilander. Robert Reese Narcisse Galbois. Brandon Joseph Grillo. Jacob Martin Grillo, sorry. Devin J. Head. Ryan Patrick Hickey. Tiana Marie Hodges. David Christopher Kilikavicius. Julia Cordis. Kyle David Land. Zachary Lunsford. Clyde McBean. Yelena Mikhailov Miskova. Allison Nicole Nelson. Natasha Louisa Nelton.
Okay, it's a little weird. Left hand, grab it under, and lift the camera.
McKenna Renee Pennington.
Left hand, lift this right. Left hand and grab it under.
Kelsey Renee Parague Hunter.
Left hand, grab it under.
Josette Radford Lands.
Under.
Rosemary Lynn Reeder.
Grab under. There you go.
Alicia Marie Rowlett.
Grab under. Oh, there you go.
Victoria Schmidt.
Left hand, grab under. Left hand, grab under.
Rachel Sigmund. Chase Alexander Skews. Anya Karina Soldwadell. Catherine Michelle Thomas.
Right. Left hand, grab under. Left hand, grab under. Under. There you go.
Nicholas Christian Russell.
(2014) class officers. All students, please stand. Oh, sorry. All graduates, please stand. It's time for the tassel.
Are you guys ready? Ready? Okay, everybody, let's move our tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations, we are now graduates! Woo!
You guys can go down there, get them in the middle. Go down to the middle.
Easy, Tyler. In 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, 1. Congratulations, graduating class of 2014.